So today's stuff, basically, if you know how to do yesterday's stuff and you know how to graph a linear inequality, you know how to do this stuff. Okay. How many of y'all kind of hated it when I got to the 1:3:5 ratio thing of how to find the y values yesterday? Yeah, you're like, oh, I kind of hate you right now. Used to, we would not share that with students till like unit 11. And I've never been I've always been a component for trying to share that with them earlier. Some people still don't understand it. Some people don't like it, but it's six of one, half dozen of another. All right. Now, remember, it's shaded above when the y is being eaten. It's shaded below when the y is not being eaten. It's a dotted line if there's not a line up underneath it, and I saw the line if there is. Okay. So that's really the basis for what we're doing. All right. So we could go ahead and look at this. Is this going to be solid or dotted on number one? Awesome. Yes, it's going to be dotted because there's not a line up underneath it. And the y is not being eaten, so we're going to shade below. Okay. So we need to find the AOS. So this is going to, before that, we need to find our A, B, and C. A equals 1, B equals -2, C equals -5. So this is going to be X equals -2, 2 times 1. Okay, so we end up getting 1 right here for our axis of symmetry. Remember, that goes in the middle. Okay. And to find the y for our vertex, we would actually just plug in everywhere we see x, that value. So squared minus 2 times that minus 5. All calculator work. Okay. Let's say parenthesis. How many of y'all got tired of me saying that in the video yesterday? Parenthesis. Some of y'all probably could have really realized that I was kind of hyper when I was doing that. All right, so that's our axis of symmetry at x equals 1. So I can go ahead and do a dotted line right here. Okay. And our other numbers, like if you look to the left, is going to be 0, -1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now, remember, this is our 1a. If a is 1, what is -6 plus 1? Yes, -5. Okay. This is our 3a. A is 1, so -5 plus 3 is -2. Again, if you don't like that ratio thing, you can still plug it in like you did for the vertex, and you're good to go. All right, so we're plotting the points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over 1, up 1. 1, 2, 3. Nope, it's too far over. Dang it. That's why we can't have nice things. All right, so this is a dotted line. So dot it, dot, 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 dot. Okay, and we shade below it. So basically everything below this right here. Now, if you kept doing the graph up, it would look better, but this would suffice for me. Okay. I'm kind of, easy to deal with, try to be easygoing. All right. No thrills, all that kind of stuff. All right. So basically, again, it's what we did yesterday with graphic and quadratic. Now we're just adding the stuff from the linear inequalities from, see, that was unit 5. Okay. So And I think, you know, some of y'all are going to get really crazy on these graphs. You're going to like super color them and stuff. You don't have to do that. Just enough to make it stand out. Okay. I mean, pretty straightforward, pretty easy stuff. Okay. Let's look at number 2. All right, number 2, is this going to be solid or dotted? Dotted. Which way are we going to shade? Up. We're going to shade up this time. All right, so when we find our A, B, and C, A equals -1, B equals -4, and C equals 1. So we know that this is going to open down. This is going to be the frowny face. Okay. So X equals negative times -4, 2 times -1, -2, -2. All right. So -2 goes there. I could go ahead and graph my axis of symmetry if I wanted to. Okay, I want to hide this now. Thank you. All right. Now to find our vertex, the y value. Okay. Remember, this negative is on the outside of the parentheses. Okay, we do it afterwards. So -2, -2. Negative parenthesis, -2 squared, -4 times -2 plus 1. All right, this gives us 5. Wrong color. All right. So when you have your axis of symmetry, you could look on your number line, like to the right of it's going to be -1 and 0. To the left is going to be -3 and -4. All right. Remember, these are 1A. A is -1. So 1 times -1 is -1. So 5 plus -1 is 4. This is our 3A, so that's -3. So 4 plus -3 or 4 minus 3 is 1. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's dotted. Okay. And we shade above like this. Okay. So, you know, other teachers, they would make you take it out like you'd have 7 or 9 points. Your graph would be larger, cover the whole grid, and would probably look a little bit better on this. But to me, 5 points is sufficient. Okay. And since you're not really going to have to physically graph, you just got to know the characteristics of the graph. That's the same concept. Okay. Yes, sir. Huh? Right here. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of all went together because I graphed it in purple and then shaded in purple. But the graphs are over there in the XY chart. Yep, yep, yep. A little foam piece of armrest is trying to come off, so I put it up, put some rubber bands on it, and now I have like a little annoying guitar thing over here. All right. So number 3, solid or dotted? Solid. Which way am I going to shade? Up. All right. My A is 1. What's my B and my C? What's B? 0. Very good. and C is -5. Now, if you remember, if you were paying attention yesterday in the lesson, anytime B is 0, we know this is going to be our axis of symmetry. Okay, and yeah, on the graph that you have, it's kind of hard to really make it do. That's why I said some people use a highlighter or something else to make it stand out. Okay, I would at least make it go up and above that right there. And if we plug 0 in here, well, 0 squared is 0 minus 5 is -5. I love problems like these because my axis of symmetry and vertex are really easy to find. Now, this would be -1, -2, 1, and 2. All right, so if this is 1A, A is 1, so -5 plus 1 is -4. Whoop, wrong color. This is 3A. Well, 3 times 1 is 3. This would be -1. All right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. All right, now, because this one opens up and we shade up, your shading is going to kind of look, ooh, let's use the crayon. Your shading is going to kind of look like this, where it's kind of in front, or it looks like a volcano erupting or something like that. This graph would actually go on 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it would look kind of like that if we were to take it on out and extend it. Okay. But it's basically still going to be in the middle of it because that's above it. Okay. Again, not a real difficult concept. It's kind of a neat thing we get to carry on from graphing and stuff. So, all right. Now, solid or dotted? Solid. Shade above or below? Below. So, A equals -1. We know this opens down. This is a frowny face. Okay. B equals -12 and C equals -40. All right, so for my axis of symmetry, this is negative times -12, 2 times -1 over -2. All right, so I get -6 as my AOS. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, is that right? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Wow. That's an awesome straight line right there. Only I can mess up making a straight line with using technology tools. Okay. To find the y for the vertex, remember the negative is on the outside of the parentheses. And I wonder if this is another one of these that I can't really graph because, I messed up on yesterday's lesson. I don't think y'all really cared. Okay, wow, we actually get -4. All right, so if this is -6, -7, -8, -5, -4, All right, this is 1A. So we end up with -4 plus -1 gives us -5. This is 3A, so we have -5 plus -3, which is -8. Okay. Again, we're solid and shade below. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so it's going to extend like that. And you shade below it, so basically it's kind of on the inside of it because that's where everything is below. All right, now that's it. That's kind of the lesson. Short, sweet, to the point. Good stuff. Roll Tide.